Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. For those who have been here before, welcome back. Welcome to AA Sports. I'm Andres. Today I'm going to talk about the final of the Liga MX, their Apertura 2023 season, and the second leg of the final with America versus Tigres. I know this video is really late, especially because the Clausura season is going to start this weekend as well. But one of my friends did ask me about my opinions and reactions of this game. And so, well, here's the video. So let's talk about this game. Hooray! Woo! America won the second game 3-0 versus Tigres in extra time. For La Catorce, the 14th title. They have the most titles of any Liga MX team. Honestly, I'm happy because obviously you see the jersey. I'm an America fan. But at the same time, I feel like this one was one I couldn't really celebrate as much as other titles. And that's because I didn't expect such a performance from not just America, but really both teams. So let's talk about what happened in the game. The game finished in extra time, but in my opinion, it really shouldn't have. I think America was the better team, and those first 90 minutes were just sloppy. In those first 90 minutes of regular time, their performance was really bad. Probably one of the worst of the Apertura and maybe even the year. They did really nothing offensively during really all of the first half and for most of the second half. And Tigres was kind of the same. You could say the same thing for them. The majority of the time, it was for both halves. It was only the defenses of both teams passing the ball between themselves and occasionally to the players in the midfield. The midfield for Club America looked like a sore thumb on your hand. They did not have a good game at all in the second leg. Dos Santos and Fidalgo, and you could probably include Sendejas in this as well. They lost a lot of balls and they made a lot of bad passes, which resulted in loss of possession. Miguel Layún, club icon for Club America, in his last game of his career, if it wasn't for the defenses maintaining control of the ball between themselves for most of regular time, he probably would have looked non-existent in this game because like offense was completely non-existent for most of the regular time, and it felt a little boring. And the same thing with Tigres. The defenses maintained control of the ball most of the game, and the midfield lost possession of the ball, made a lot of bad passes. They did not look very good. Diego Lainez, he looked very unproductive in the game. Oziel Herrera, I think he's one of the star players. He's a winger for Tigres. He came there from Atlas. I think his starting position in this game was well-deserved after his performance in the first leg, where he scored a goal. His performance was really good in that game. I think I'm glad to see him start. Unfortunately, him, and I can say the same thing for Gignac, they felt like victims. They looked like victims of a team very unproductive in this game. And they looked like really the only ones that tried to produce something offensive. Both teams during regular time, it felt really boring to watch. They looked boring to watch. And there were other videos and vlogs from people who went to that game, and they kind of said the same thing. Outside of 2 or 3 opportunities One saved by Malagon and also one from Nahuel, the keeper of Tigres, and one shot that hit the post. It felt like like one of those club friendlies that like nobody wanted to win. They're just there to just like play, make an appearance, and then like take the money that comes with it, I guess. It looked really, really boring. Some of the passes were terrible in this game, and it really was like, what was that? Like, what were you trying to accomplish there? It didn't look pretty. With all that, I feel happy. I mean, obviously, we're the most successful club, Club America, but I don't feel like I can 100% celebrate this. America sort of won it, especially in the extra time. You can say that, yeah, they sort of won it, but it was really more of Tigres completely self-destructing. In the 80th minute in regular time, Fulgencio was sent off for hitting Julian Quiñones in the face with his hand, and even with a man down in those last 10 minutes of regular time, Las Águilas, they still couldn't score a goal. It was like, how you're such an elite team. You figured that you can finish the job with them a man down. It was ugly. And in extra time, after the first goal was finally scored, Nahuel Guzman, he got sent off. The goalkeeper of all people got sent off after 2 yellow cards. The first one for arguing with the ref after the first goal. I don't know what he was trying to do there, what his message was. And the second for like half tackling Quiñones before he could score the second goal. Nahuel was essentially the last man on that play and didn't even try to play the ball. He just like tackled Quiñones. It looked like an American football tackle. Yeah, wrong kind of football. So it's like, yeah, congratulations. They scored a goal after Tigres went a man down in the 80th minute. And then 2 goals after they went down another man, and we're only playing with 9 players on the field, and then having to replace their star goalkeeper who got 2 yellows. And then all 3 goals were in extra time after the first red card, and then 2 goals after the second red card. It was the embodiment of an ugly win. Let's just chalk it up to that. In terms of their grades for this game, America had their C game. It looked really average to poor. Tigres, I mean, this was an F tier performance for them. I mean, they completely self-destructed. They lost because of their own lack of discipline and maintaining a cool head. It looked exactly like, I don't remember whether it was 2014 or 2013, but there was a final in the second leg in Estadio Azteca, and they, like, 3 players got red carded. It felt exactly like that. Nevertheless, that the Apertura is over. Onto the Clausura, which starts this weekend, actually. With this 14th title, Las Águilas de América, they have the opportunity to win El Bicampeonato, both championships this year. And they're also competing in the Conca Champions, so they have an opportunity to maybe this season walk away with, 3 trophies? They're in good positioning right now. They have the roster. Can they do it? Can they finish that job? As an America fan, hopefully, I would love to see them win either the Clausura or the Conca Champions. Probably more the Conca Champions because it's more prestigious. We'll see. All right, that's it for me in this one. I do have more videos coming out. I will give my predictions for the NFL playoffs coming up. They start this weekend on Saturday. I am going to put a video down for that. And I also have another video coming up with more football news coming out with the MLS, Liga MX, and the transfer window, and as well as the AFC Asian Cup, which is beginning to start, and who the favorite is. Leave a like, leave comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.